With everything Houston has to offer, you may think that it comes with a hefty price tag to live in. You'd be surprised to know that Houston is 25% lower in living costs than most of its comparable metro areas. However, there are some things that may surprise you when you move here, so I want to make sure that you are able to plan and you're aware and you're not surprised. So I am going to discuss those things with you right now. Hi everyone, I am Amanda Wilks with Realty here in Houston, Texas. If you want to know all things about living in Houston, the good, the bad, the ugly, the awesome, make sure and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. I've helped countless people moving to and around Houston, Texas, and I love to hear from you. Shoot me a call, text, email, day, night, weekend, whenever's good for you, and I'll be your adventure guide when moving to Houston, Texas. Now, number one on the list will be the last one, and that's the one everybody talks about, so make sure you stay tuned to hear that one. Number 5 on the list is electricity. Y'all, it is hot here. So one of your biggest bills is going to be the electricity because you're going to be running to run those air conditioners to stay cool. And we do have multiple electricity companies here, so it's not just one that you choose from. And they all do have various packages that come along with their contracts. So typically you will sign up for a contract that will have you locked into a certain rate per kilowatt. But you also have to look at the transfer costs because we have one company, CenterPoint, who does provide all of the electricity, and then we have multiple companies that manage it. So you want to look at the history of how many kilowatts you usually use per month and look for that specific plan, and then look at what their carrying cost is, what they pay to CenterPoint. While the electricity bills can be kind of high, when you look at how much you're saving on home costs when you purchase your home in comparison to other metro areas, it won't seem quite as bad. So number 4 on the list is internet. Internet is similar to electricity where you can shop different companies, you can shop what kind of packages they have. Typically you will sign up for a package that provides a certain amount of data, or you can do one that is unlimited. So if you do use a lot of data, you probably want to go ahead and look for one that's unlimited. Otherwise, you will get an email and text message that you've gone over your limit, and it does cause you to have additional expenses. So you want to make sure and get a package that is going to fit your family's needs. Number 3 on the list is daycare. Now, when I was shopping for daycare 3 years ago for my youngest son, the expenses in the area that I live in northern Houston in the suburban area, the rates were as low as $180 per week for full-time, and they went up all the way to $360 per week. Now, there are areas in Houston that can go up even significantly more, $700 a week. It just really depends on where you live. Now, my oldest son is 20, and when I had him in daycare at the same place that now is around $300 a month, it was $195. So you can see that in the past 20 years, it has gone up quite a bit. With my son now, I'm paying $230 a week. So that is a significant difference, but all things change, and 20 years is quite a bit of time. Some have a great curriculum, some just kind of do whatever they choose to do. So those are things that you want to make sure and consider. Also, there's usually a waiting list if it is a great daycare. So if you know that you're going to be moving here soon, or you're going to be having a child soon, you want to go ahead and start making those calls and see if you need to get your name on the waiting list. Number 2 on the list is insurance. That is auto insurance and homeowners insurance. Now, Harris County is the majority of the Houston area, and the insurance rates are significantly higher for Harris County. When I moved here for full coverage insurance on my car, where I came from, I was paying $60 per month. When I moved here, it jumped up to $160 per month. So you want to make sure and call around and find out what your rates will be when you're living here, so you are not broadsided by a insurance bill that you expected to be much lower. You want to do the same thing for your house. And I can tell you, with the increase in home values comes increase in homeowners insurance, because as everything increases, so does the cost of repairing or replacing your home. So those are things that you want to talk to your insurance company about. You want to call around and shop and see who is going to give you the best rates with the best coverage. Number 1 on the list, the one that people talk about a lot for this area, are property taxes. Now, I can tell you Harris County has pretty high property taxes, and they don't always stay the same. They fluctuate each year with the value of your home. So as values increase, so does your assessed value. So the tax assessor will go through at the beginning of each year in January, and they will look at comparables for your home, and they will come up with a market value and an assessed value. The market value is what your home is expected to sell for if you were to sell it. And the assessed value is the value that they take the tax percentage off of. Now, while the taxes, they can go from 1% of that assessed value to 3%. It just depends on where you live at. Each neighborhood has a different percentage rate, and it does change. If you move into a new home, then it's expected to be a little bit higher because they're still paying off the bonds that they use to put in the utilities and other things of that nature. And as those things get paid off, then your tax rates will go down as well. But you want to look at the different neighborhoods and see what those tax rates are to make sure that it's going to fit your budget, because that is a significant part of your home expense each year. One of the reasons that the property taxes are higher here is because we don't have state income tax. So it is nice to get more of your paycheck each payday, but to make up for that, we do have higher property taxes. So that's something that you need to be aware of. We do have exemptions. So a homestead exemption puts a 10% cap on your tax assessed value. So that means that the tax assessor is not allowed to increase it more than 10% each year. There are also tax exemptions if you're 65 years and older, or if you are a veteran. There are different tax exemptions for those as well. So you want to see what you qualify for and make sure that you apply for those. And those are definitely things that my team and I will help you do whenever you're in that purchase process. When you're moving to a new place, you want to be ready and know what to expect, and that is my job to help you do that. But you have to contact me in order for me to do that. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, whenever is good for you, and we will put together a plan. Until next time.